Hi. Okay, so we are going to make let me get all this string out of my way. We're gonna make a Pac-Man today. I'm gonna put him on a necklace. You're going to need 52 of any yellow bead and 1 black bead. Now, take a long piece of string, take it and hold one arm straight out, and then it should come a little bit past your shoulder. Okay, this is about how long we're going to have our string. So, an arm's length and a body's width. So, take about this much and fold it over half. So, it'll be, about this long. And what you do is you make sure it's nice and folded. Okay, so I want to play my music. Sorry, I forgot to play the music. 2 yellow beads. One yellow bead on both strings. One yellow bead on each string. Okay, now we're going to take our black bead and we're going to put it on both strings. Okay, now a yellow on each string. Okay, 1 yellow on both strings. Now, 1 yellow on each string. I just completely got them twisted up. Okay, now the other bead on the other string. Alright, now pull it nice and tight and make sure everything's kind of lined up. Now we're going to tie 4 little knots. And make sure it's nice and tight, because if you don't, it won't look right. So, and you want your Pac-Man to look really cute. It's 2 knots, 3 knots, 4 knots. Okay, that's 4 knots. Now, this is how much we have done so far. Alright, now this part here where the knot is at the back end of him. This is where his mouth is going to be, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take the shortest string and we're going to thread it back through the top bead. We're going to take a yellow bead, put it on, and thread it through the next bead. Okay, we're going to keep on doing the same thing. Do it again. Okay, now we're going to take the string and we're going to thread it back through the bead we just put on. And then another bead. Another bead. Okay, now we're going to, hang on, let me make sure this is correct. Yeah, this is right. Okay, so we're going to take it and we're going to make 3 knots. Now we're going to tie it off. If you don't know how to tie it off, you just take the string and you put it underneath one of the beads and then you pull it back through the loop you just made. It's simple. Tying it off 3 times, making 3 little knots so it won't come undone. Alright, now I'm not going to snip that off just yet. Next we're going to take the long string and we're going to thread it through the bottom bead. Okay, now I'm going to take yellow bead and we're going to thread it through. Now, I'm kind of adopting the method of a lot of people who have made this, and this is just the way I found it to be the easiest for me. I'm not saying you have to do it this way. If you think a way is easier for you, then do it that way. But this is just basically how I'm doing it. Okay, so we're just going to keep on threading beads through until we get to the end right here. And just did 3 beads. Now, this part is a little complicated, so what you're just, it's really not, I don't know why I just said that, but take the bead and thread it, the string and thread it back through the bead you just put on. Basically the same thing we just did up at the top. Okay, so the bead will be coming out of this string right here. Now, take another yellow bead and you just thread it back to the end. Okay, now, in my last tutorial, I showed you what we did whenever we came to the end. What we're going to do is we're going to go back in the bead we just, with the string, we're going to go back in the bead that we just came out of. Pull it nice and tight. Going to go in this bead right here. Gonna go in this bead right here. And then we're gonna go in this bead. We're gonna take our string and wrap it around a few times. I like to do anywhere from 2 to 3.